3 years ago, when we were living in Kansas City, my daughter Audrey and I put together this book, Hyrum Goes Foraging, using my son Hyrum as a model. Well, we've moved since then and things have been busy, but I finally thought that I would get the book published when, due to the coronavirus scare, the publishing companies, the printing presses, are not working currently, from what I've heard. So I thought, in lieu of publishing it and having it for sale, that as a preview of the book, I would read it to you so you can have it for your family to use this spring, so you can learn what plants are good to eat that grow around your yard. Hyrum Goes Foraging by Marqueta Graham. Photos by Audrey Graham. Dedicated to the foragers of tomorrow who hold our future in their hands. Table of Contents. Introduction and note to parents. Chickweed, cleavers, dandelion, dead nettle, field garlic, ground ivy, hairy bittercress, shepherd's purse, field pennycress, lamb's quarters, stinging nettle, thistle, common blue violet, white pine, conclusion, glossary and plant diagram, wild food recipes, dangerous plants, and resources for further learning. Introduction and note to parents. This book was born out of a desire to fill a gap in foraging books for young people. It is a beginner's guide to a few of the common plants that are safe to eat in the early spring, and is meant to be used in conjunction with other wild edible field guides. Make 100% sure you have identified your plants correctly. There are introductory photos of each plant, followed by an identification page for parents, teachers, or older children. There are sample recipes in the back. Everybody's body is different and may react differently to new types of foods. Begin with just a small amount, making sure that you have no adverse reactions before consuming more. What are the wild plants in your yard that you can eat? It isn't hard. To learn the good things from the bad, follow Hyrum. This young lad will show you how to know the ones that are good for most everyone. Where are Hyrum and his mommy going with that big basket and garden shears? Let's follow them and see. It is early spring, and they are looking in their yard for wild plants to use for food and medicine. Hyrum likes chickweed's mild flavor and eats it in salads and smoothies, too. Sometimes his mommy uses it in pesto to eat with pasta. Cleavers is a funny plant, sticking to Hyrum's clothes. When it is small, Hyrum's mommy juices it or cooks it with other greens. But when it is big, it becomes too prickly to eat. It can grab on the inside of your mouth and choke you, so only eat it when it is tiny. Here is a sunny dandelion blossom. Does Hyrum like butter? All parts of dandelions are good for food: the blossoms, the stems, the leaves, and the roots. Dead nettle is a fuzzy plant that looks a little like stinging nettle, but has no sting. Mommy says that is why it is called dead. Hyrum thinks the flowers look like purple angels. What are these little plants that look like grass? They are field garlic or onion grass, and Hyrum's mommy uses them like chives when cooking. Here is ground ivy with a musky mint flavor. It can be dried and used as a tea or as a seasoning for food. Sometimes Hyrum's mommy puts it in smoothies or green juice mixed with other greens. Hyrum does not know why this plant is called hairy bittercress when it isn't really hairy and it really isn't bitter, but he does know that it is yummy. Other tasty mustard family plants with small white flowers are shepherd's purse and peppergrass. This little patch of lamb's quarters is just big enough to eat. Hyrum is careful not to cut too many so they can grow back. These will be put into smoothies or cooked and served with oil and vinegar. They taste even better than spinach. This plant is good for us, but Hyrum must not touch it. He will get stung if he does. Stinging nettle is its name, and it can give a painful sting. When cooked or run through a blender, the stings magically disappear and leave a delicious green to eat in soup. Only Mommy can harvest this thistle plant because the prickles could get stuck in Hyrum's tender skin. When the prickles are removed, thistles make a delicious juice or puree for muffins or bread. Hyrum spies some wild violet blossoms, which are beautiful in a salad. He gives Mommy a bunch of them. Later in spring, the violets will bloom all over the lawn, and they will be made into violet jelly. The leaves are good too, but not the roots. Pine trees are so beautiful, and this one has tasty needles too. Hyrum wants his Mommy to make some pine needle popsicles from pine needle tea. Mommy is happy to do so since they are so high in vitamin C. Conclusion. We hope you've learned something new from this little book. Remember, when foraging, to leave plenty of plants to reproduce for the next harvest. Now Hyrum's basket is as full as can be. Mother Nature has gifts for you and me. We all can partake of these gifts each day, and they will help us live in a happy way. Some plants are very dangerous, and you must never touch them or put them in your mouth. They can make you very sick. Here are some of the worst ones. Forgive the bad print job. Our printer was running out of ink. Poison ivy, water hemlock, and poison hemlock. Do not touch them. Do not taste them. Tell a grown-up when you see them. Thank you everyone for watching my videos and for all of your kind comments. I wish you a very happy and healthy foraging season this year.